Obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, is a mental health condition characterized by persistent, unwanted thoughts, obsessions, and repetitive behaviors or mental acts, compulsions, that a person feels driven to perform. These obsessions and compulsions can significantly interfere with daily life, causing distress, anxiety, and a reduced quality of life. Common obsessions include fears of contamination, harm, or making mistakes, while compulsions often involve excessive cleaning, checking, or counting rituals. OCD affects people of all ages and backgrounds.
Obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD, is a mental health condition that affects millions of people worldwide. It is characterized by persistent intrusive thoughts and repetitive behaviors that can significantly impact a person's daily life. It involves recurring, unwanted thoughts known as obsessions. These obsessions can be about anything, such as fear of contamination, needing things to be in a perfect order, or having aggressive or taboo thoughts. These thoughts can cause significant distress and anxiety, making it difficult for individuals to focus on anything else. The distress is often so overwhelming that it disrupts their normal routine and daily activities. People with OCD often feel compelled to perform repetitive behaviors, called compulsions, to try and manage their anxiety. These compulsions can include actions like washing hands excessively, checking locks repeatedly, or arranging items in a specific way. These compulsions can consume a significant amount of time and energy, often leaving the person feeling exhausted and frustrated. The cycle of obsessions and compulsions can be debilitating, making it hard to maintain relationships, hold a job, or enjoy life. OCD can affect people of all ages and backgrounds. It doesn't discriminate based on age, gender, or ethnicity. Children, teenagers, and adults can all experience the symptoms of OCD. Imagine feeling like your mind is stuck on a certain thought, and no matter what you do, you can't seem to shake it off. This thought makes you feel anxious or afraid, and it keeps coming back over and over again. You can't seem to shake it off. The thought lingers, causing you to feel more and more anxious. You might try to distract yourself, but the thought keeps intruding, making it hard to concentrate on anything else. This thought makes you feel anxious or afraid. You might start to worry that something bad will happen if you don't do something to counteract the thought. This is where compulsions come in. Now, imagine feeling like you need to do something over and over again to make the thought go away. You might wash your hands repeatedly, check the locks on your doors multiple times, or arrange items in a specific order. This is what it can be like to live with OCD. The compulsions provide temporary relief from the anxiety, but the obsessions soon return, creating a vicious cycle that can be hard to break. OCD is a serious condition that requires professional treatment. Therapy, medication, or a combination of both can help manage the symptoms and improve quality of life. But with proper treatment, people with OCD can manage their symptoms and live fulfilling lives. Cognitive behavioral therapy, particularly exposure and response prevention, is often effective in reducing the severity of symptoms. It's important to remember that everyone experiences unwanted thoughts or worries sometimes. These thoughts are a normal part of being human and don't necessarily indicate OCD. This doesn't mean they have OCD. The key difference is the level of distress and the impact on daily functioning. For people with OCD, the thoughts and behaviors are persistent and disruptive. However, if these thoughts and behaviors start to interfere with daily life, it's important to seek professional help. Early intervention can make a significant difference in managing the condition and improving overall well-being. The exact causes of OCD are still being researched. This complex disorder, characterized by persistent, unwanted thoughts and repetitive behaviors, has puzzled scientists for decades. Despite significant advancements in neuroscience and psychology, the intricate mechanisms behind OCD remain elusive. However, experts believe that a combination of factors contributes to its development. One factor is biology. The brain structure and function are crucial in understanding OCD. This means that the way that brain works and communicates might play a role. Advanced imaging techniques have revealed that certain areas of the brain, such as the orbitofrontal cortex and the basal ganglia, show abnormal activity in individuals with OCD. Imbalances in certain brain chemicals like serotonin have been linked to OCD. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood, anxiety, and other functions. When its levels are disrupted, it can lead to the symptoms observed in OCD. Genetics also seem to be involved, as OCD can run in families. Studies have shown that individuals with a first-degree relative who has OCD are at a higher risk of developing the disorder themselves. This suggests a hereditary component, although the exact genes involved are still being identified. Stressful life events like trauma or abuse can trigger or worsen OCD symptoms. These environmental factors can interact with biological predispositions, leading to the onset or exacerbation of the disorder. This suggests that our experiences can influence how our brains respond and cope. The brain's plasticity allows it to adapt to various stimuli, but in the case of OCD, this adaptability might lead to maladaptive patterns of thought and behavior. Finally, cognitive factors are also believed to be involved. Cognitive theories propose that individuals with OCD have distorted thinking patterns that contribute to their symptoms. This refers to the way a person thinks and processes information. People with OCD often experience intrusive thoughts that they find difficult to dismiss, leading to compulsive behaviors aimed at reducing the anxiety these thoughts cause. People with OCD tend to have a heightened sense of responsibility and fear of making mistakes. This can manifest in various ways, such as excessive checking, cleaning, or seeking reassurance. They might also have difficulty tolerating uncertainty or doubt. This intolerance can drive the compulsive behaviors that are characteristic of OCD, as individuals seek to create a sense of certainty and control in their lives. From a psychological perspective, OCD is often understood through the lens of maladaptive beliefs and cognitive behavioral theory. These theories provide a framework for understanding how certain thought patterns and behaviors can become entrenched and difficult to change. By examining the psychological underpinnings of OCD, we can gain insight into the mechanisms that drive this condition and explore potential avenues for treatment and intervention. Maladaptive beliefs are negative and unhelpful thought patterns that contribute to emotional distress. These beliefs can be deeply ingrained and often stem from early life experiences or learned behaviors. They shape the way individuals perceive themselves and the world around them, leading to a cycle of negative thinking and behavior that can be difficult to break. In the context of OCD, these beliefs often revolve around themes of perfectionism, responsibility, and the need for control. For example, a person might believe that if they do not perform a certain ritual perfectly, something terrible will happen. This need for control can manifest in various ways, such as excessive cleaning, checking, or organizing. Cognitive behavioral theory, or CBT, suggests that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are interconnected. This means that a change in one area can lead to changes in the others. For instance, altering a negative thought pattern can reduce emotional distress and lead to healthier behaviors. CBT is a widely used therapeutic approach for treating OCD, as it helps individuals identify and challenge their maladaptive beliefs and develop more adaptive ways of thinking and behaving. In OCD, intrusive thoughts trigger anxiety and distress. These thoughts are often unwanted and can be highly distressing, leading to significant emotional turmoil. The individual may feel overwhelmed by these thoughts and struggle to find ways to cope with the resulting anxiety. This leads to compulsive behaviors as a way to alleviate the discomfort. Compulsions are repetitive actions or mental rituals that the individual feels driven to perform in response to the intrusive thoughts. While these behaviors may provide temporary relief, they do not address the underlying issues and can become time-consuming and disruptive to daily life. However, these compulsions only reinforce the cycle of obsessions and anxiety in the long run. By performing the compulsion, the individual temporarily reduces their anxiety, but this also reinforces the belief that the compulsion is necessary to prevent harm. This creates a vicious cycle where the individual becomes increasingly reliant on the compulsive behaviors to manage their anxiety. For example, someone with OCD might have an intrusive thought about contamination after touching a doorknob. This thought can be so powerful that it triggers an immediate and intense fear response. The individual may become preoccupied with the idea that they have been exposed to harmful germs and that they must take immediate action to protect themselves. This thought triggers intense anxiety and fear of getting sick. The fear can be so overwhelming that it interferes with the individual's ability to think rationally or focus on other tasks. They may become consumed by the need to neutralize the perceived threat, leading to significant distress and impairment in their daily functioning. To neutralize this anxiety, they might engage in excessive hand-washing. This behavior is intended to reduce the perceived risk of contamination and provide a sense of safety. However, the relief is often short-lived, and the individual may find themselves repeating the behavior multiple times to achieve the same level of comfort. While this compulsion provides temporary relief, it reinforces the belief that the doorknob was indeed contaminated and that hand-washing is necessary to prevent illness. This perpetuates the cycle of obsessions and compulsions, making it increasingly difficult for the individual to break free from the grip of OCD. Understanding these psychological underpinnings is crucial for developing effective treatment strategies that can help individuals manage their symptoms and improve their quality of life. Living with OCD can significantly impact various aspects of a person's life. Daily tasks like working, studying, or even simple chores can become incredibly challenging. The constant intrusions of obsessions and the need to perform compulsions can consume a significant amount of time and energy. This leaves individuals feeling drained and frustrated. The impact of OCD extends beyond daily functioning. It can take a toll on mental health, leading to feelings of anxiety, depression, and hopelessness. The relentless nature of the disorder can make it difficult to experience joy or engage in pleasurable activities. Furthermore, OCD can strain relationships and social connections. The need to conceal compulsions or avoid triggering situations can lead to social isolation. Loved ones may struggle to understand the nature of OCD, causing further distress and feelings of loneliness. OCD can manifest in various ways, and individuals may experience different types of obsessions and compulsions. Some common themes include contamination, fear of germs, dirt, or bodily fluids, leading to excessive cleaning, washing, and avoidance. Checking, doubting one's actions and repeatedly checking things like locks, appliances, or homework. Symmetry and order. Feeling the need to arrange objects in a specific way or repeat actions a certain number of times. Intrusive thoughts. Experiencing unwanted, disturbing thoughts related to harm, sexuality, religion, or other taboo subjects. These thoughts can be highly distressing and lead to significant anxiety. For example, someone with contamination OCD might avoid public restrooms or carry hand sanitizer everywhere. Someone with checking OCD might repeatedly check the stove to ensure it's turned off, even after confirming multiple times.
And if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more mind-blowing psychology videos.